So it's not the end of the season we wanted, it's the FA Cup final versus Man United rather than the Champions League against Man United. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta Save. I am Cultured Left Foot and it is a pleasure to have you with me, but it's not a pleasure to be in the FA Cup and not the Champions League. If you've missed the last episode, go back and watch it because spoilers are coming on the screen now. But we got knocked out on away goals to PSG in the Champions League semi-final from an 89th minute header. It was heartbreaking. We followed that up with a 3-0 win against Burnley. They got 2 men sent off, so it was pretty routine late on in the game. We then lost to Arsenal 1-0 and we lost to Fulham 2-0 coming into the end of the game, the end of the season in really crap form, to be honest. We did win the Premier League though. We ended up winning it by a point because we lost those 2 games at the end. But Man United only made the Europa League, so they're going to have to win the Champions League to get back into the Champions League. Man City dropped out into the Europa League as well, and Everton are in the European Conference League. Liverpool, Tottenham and Chelsea all join us in the Champions League. Now, we've won back-to-back Premier League, so next season is pretty much going to be Champions League focus only. We do not need to focus on the league anymore. We have won the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Premier League twice, the Europa League, the Europa Conference League. All we need to do is win the Champions League, so I don't feel like there's a need to come back for lots of games in the Premier League when you look at how many we actually win in a season. We've created a fantastic squad. There probably will be changes because don't really have much loyalty. If you've not followed me on Twitch, twitch.tv/cultured_left_foot, I took Ross's save, who's one of my mods on Twitch and YouTube if you're in the live streams, and we took his save to Twitch and we went through it, and I was like, I'd get rid of him, I wouldn't be so loyal, I'd get rid of him, I'd look to bring in loads of Brazilian youth to get you ready for the setup for the future, and that's just how I play the game. So if you haven't seen that, it is on Twitch as a VOD, a video on demand that you can watch back, so go and check that out. Link is in the description below. But yeah, we've got the FA Cup final today. Mariba we know is leaving, so we're probably going to go and maybe... We don't really need a central midfielder because we've got Camavinga, Yepes and Matsui as well to come in and step in there. Greenwood I'm likely going to sell. He's starting to get a little bit annoyed with the lack of game time he's getting. He has been crucial for us, scoring very important goals, especially in Europe. But at 33, we bought him in on a free transfer, had 1 season. If we can get some decent money for him, I'm more than happy to cash in on that, and we may look to go and get another striker. Some of the more backup players, I think, come the end of the start of next season may not be here. Serge Robert, very good player, hasn't really been given an opportunity since we signed him. Again, if we can get good money for him, I might let him move on. He would probably move to France because he's French. But then we have, Neko as a youngster we bought in, hasn't really been given a chance. Probably send him out on loan because we no longer need him for the homegrown stuff. Always a chance we might sell him as well. Paulo Cesar's an interesting one as well. Started the season in absolutely banging form and then just really dropped off. And luckily James Taylor came to the forefront. So I think we may sell him and bring in Matsui to play as a sort of a challenge for James Taylor. I think we could upgrade James Taylor quite a lot. I mean, I'm looking now in the league to get a team full of averaging 7s, and I think it's time to be absolutely ruthless and spend the money that we've been given. On that, we've been given a transfer budget of £124 million, and we've been given another £1 million pretty much in the wage budget, which is absolutely ridiculous. If you think Folkestone Invicta will ever get this point, then I applaud you for your optimism if you think in real life this will ever happen to Folkestone Invicta. I hope it does. They're obviously my hometown team, so it would be absolutely amazing. But yes, today is the FA Cup final. So it'll probably be a small episode because I've only got 1 game to do. I have had a shave as well. I'm on a diet which is going very well and I am losing quite a lot of weight. I've lost, I think it's around 3 kilos in 6 days or something, which is really good. Let me just check my app. What have I lost overall? Let's go into here. I've lost exactly £8 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's a week tomorrow, so I've lost £8. What's that? Bit of fitness on live on air. £8 in kg. is 3.6 kilos. There you go. I lost 3.6 kilos in 6 days, which is so it's good. I'm doing it to support my wife because she wanted to do it, and I was like, well, if you're going to do it, I might as well do it with you. So that's why there's no tigers going on at the moment. If everybody knows the streams, there is no tiger beer happening at the moment. But enough about that and diet and fitness. We have got Man United, who haven't been very good this season in the league, but have been very good in Europe, but getting to the final, smashing Olympic Lyon. But yes, this is how we're going to line up. It's slightly rotated. We're going to start Reynolds because Gashi suspended. Charlie Chalk's going to come back in up front ahead of Pablinho. Greenwood goes to the bench. Mariba drops out because Revi's back. Del Bianco's in. Taylor, Diego, Chia. That is a pretty good midfield three. I think the only one we could potentially increase on is James Taylor. But Matsui, I think, may be taking his place next year. I think he's not got the physicals, but I think technically wise, he'll probably be able to get a few more assists if he's given a good run in the team. So I'll have to wait and see for that. But I've picked the team. We're going to go straight into it. We're playing the 4-2-3-1 and we'll be ready to go. We'll probably, because it is only one game, we'll just stay with the whole game and I'll talk through it and blabber through it and talk about my thoughts for next season. But I think going into it, because we're now pretty much, if we don't finish top 4, then something's gone very wrong in the Premier League because the squad we've got is very good. The tactics we've got seem to be working. I expect nothing but a win. The fans have been fantastic. Go out and improve today to get your hands on that trophy. Yeah, I think that's a fair thing to say after our couple of performances last time. Yeah, I think it will be... So next season will probably be a lot shorter because I just really want to win the... his place, Diego Arsman, and there's nothing for me to say. Having the best defence in the FA Cup must have been looking for another win. I'm proud of that record and the work that's gone into it. We're about to find out. We're going to go and pay attention to him. Yeah, I'm determined to win the Champions League. That's what we want to get. That's the one trophy missing. It's the one trophy that will end this series. And that's not to say I'm rushing to end this series. I'm rushing so that we can really win the Champions League because that is all we've got to do. Chalk! Oh, it's a great start. 1 minute and 50 seconds. We've had 4 shots in 1 minute and 50 seconds. 31st goal of the season. And Del Bianco gets another assist. Yeah, it's not that I want to finish this series and rush the finishing of this series. It's that I want to win the Champions League, and that's the only thing left. As Charlie Chalk fires in, got a bit of glitching going on there with the light. But at Wembley, Charlie Chalk puts us 1-0 up, which is absolutely brilliant. There is a highlight straight from the kickoff, though. So I'm looking potentially to raid other Premier League clubs as well for some of their better players because, you know, Man United haven't done very well this year in the league, but they are on course to win the Champions League, so they've obviously got very good players. Although PSG will have something to say about that. I underestimated PSG and they beat us over 2 legs. So Moreau still going the right back. Ramos with a good save, and yeah. So I think there's definitely players out there that we can purchase. Revi free kick. Gariza, I think it was going wide, but touches it around the post for a corner. It's all action in this first half as Pablo Diego is over the corner and Medina heads it away. Spesh is there. So and I haven't got. There's been a few people asking questions about plans for Football Manager after this save finishes, and I haven't really got any. I think I'm definitely going to take a break from Football Manager. I've played quite a lot of it this year. I've gone through and played, compared... Oh, good header away, Alabi. Cheer, that's not a good header, but Patel keeps it in. Patel fires across. Walter with a good header. Del Bianco, Pablo Diego, ball across. Charlie Chalk into the box, 1-on-1, he scores another one. 32nd goal of the season, assist from Pablo Diego, and within inside 20 minutes we find ourselves 2-0 up. So this is all going one way. Man, how have Man United got... Why couldn't we have got Lyon and not PSG? Right? I know it may have been heartbreaking in the PSG if we play PSG in the final, but Man United beat Lyon 6-1 on aggregate. They beat them 6-0 in the first leg, or 5-0 in the first leg away in Lyon. We're currently beating them 2-0, possibly 2-1. No, we're currently beating them 2-0 in the FA Cup final. I just sort of feel like we would have... If we had Lyon, got through, got to the final in a one-off game, I fancy our chances to beat anyone. But, yes, I've gone through Steam and I've actually had a look comparing FM20 to 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. This is the one I played the most. Even with the Maribor save and everything like that, this is still the Football Manager game I've played the most, and it's been really good. And part of me is like, FM20 hasn't actually been that good a game, but the fact I've played it that much, Ramos is out. Oh, what a touch to go around him. Loic Rihel gets his first goal of the season in the FA Cup final. How is it his first goal of the season? That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How has he not scored this season? What is wrong with Man United if he can't score? Incredible. But a lovely touch. We'll watch it again. Mendes to Medina. Abdul Aydin, who is long-term target of ours. A good ball over the top. Rio, lovely touch to take Ramos out of the game. And it's a nice little finish. We'll demand a bit more from them. But yes, I've clearly really enjoyed Foot Manager 20. It's been brilliant. And this season, this game, this series has been great. Absolutely great. Whether it beats Maribor, I'm not 100% sure. Maribor, I feel like... good save. I don't know. It's very strange. Maribor, I feel like I had much more of a connection with the players from the team. Whereas this is my hometown team. The connection is to the club, not to the players. So the aim is to go and win everything very, very... Well, not very quickly. Just win everything. Charlie Chalk! I feel like... Yeah, this has been a fantastic series, and it's got at least one more season to go, because the Champions League is the pinnacle, and that's what we need to get. But there's also been a few comments as well, Twitter, on the comments on YouTube, and on the Twitch saves, and when we're talking about things away from actually playing this series. Water, don't get sent off. It's a ball in. Gunnaugson, poor header away. Mendes, Medina, over the bar. Is that we got to the semi-finals of the Champions League in the first season, which is incredible, absolutely incredible. We'll keep it going. We're winning. We're playing pretty well. We are playing pretty well. So there are lots of positives. I think once you get to that quarter-final stage and seeing how much we were sort of dominating the league, I think there was always a thing in the back of my head that was like, we're definitely going to win the Champions League this year. But unfortunately, it died off a little bit as Patel goes over the top. Alabe reads it and gets the ball out to Walter. Walter comes forward to Taylor. Taylor looks for Chalk again. He's on a hat-trick, remember. Patel intercepts well. Garizo. Marley. Arsman. It goes over the top. Alabe wins the header. Del Bianco comes forward with it, and that's a really bad pass. Mendes, easy interception, and Alabe is man-marking in the middle. Poor shot from Mendes. Walter puts it out for a throw just to make sure, and Man United will keep that chance going. Then it goes Morale, cross in. Gunnaugson headed away. Revy flicks it on. Arsman picks it up. Verbeek lays it back. Maru, and Pablo Diego has massively fouled him. It even looked like it in a dot. In a 2D view, that even looked like a penalty. And it's going to be Verbeek to step up. Or Verbeek. Is that Verbeek or Verbeek? I don't know. Mike Verbeek. Verbeek. It's his 28th goal in the season. I mean, look at him. He's incredible. He is 32. Right, we're also getting to the point in the save where Sancho's retiring, Mbappe's retiring, people like De Ligt are retiring, and Chelsea have relied on Mbappe for so long in this save. I don't think they're going to cope very well with him retiring. Cheer is having a shocking game at right wing, so he can come off and be replaced by... We'll bring Pablino on out there, and Volta is having a bad game, so we're going to bring Teko on and Gunlaug. When we do that, basically Gunlaugson just switches over, just because he's a better player, so he's got better attributes, so he can go out there and do that and a bit more ease. Ramirez Brownhill, who's come on, this is the guy that we took with us for England. I'd love to buy him. I would love to buy him, but we'll see. There definitely will be big money signings happening, or a big money signing. I'm definitely going to make some improvements to this team somewhere. But Garizzo with a goal kick. Let me know your thoughts as well. I'm keen to know what people think for ideas after this save, what we should do. I'm actually contemplating doing a proper CMO 102 series. I know there's lots of people on the channel who enjoy that. And I do enjoy playing it. I just think it doesn't come across very well on YouTube, but people seem to like it. So that's quite an interesting thing to do. I may just do a short series with Man United or something. I don't know. I'm definitely going to take a break from Football Manager. We've got Tropico going on Twitch. I'm very, very keen to start playing F1, and whether I put that on YouTube or not, I don't know. But this has come a bit more of a chat rather than the FA Cup final. But I think this was always going to be a bit of a down episode because of the... I was really hoping, I wasn't expecting, I was really hoping it would be a Champions League final. Even if we lost, it would have been great to get there. Spooner goes over the bar. They've changed to a really attacking formation. So I'm just wondering if we go into this, because normally when they change formation, if they change formation and I counter it, it normally works quite well. So we'll go Pablino and Chalk up front. Gunnlaugson isn't playing too well, but we sort of need to keep him on. Unless we can shove Pablo Diego there. We'll definitely swap you two over. Yeah, let's try Pablo Diego as a left wing back, and we'll bring on Fernandez for Gunnlaugson in there. As we make a substitution. Off goes Gunnlaugson, on comes Fernandez. As we go into the final few seconds of the FA Cup final before it goes to extra time. But yeah, I'm interested to know what people want to see on the channel. I've got a lot more going on. You'll see that the channel's adapting now. It's becoming good save, sport and strategy gaming, because I really like strategy games like Tropico, Oxygen Not Included, Red Alert, things like that. Real-time strategy games I find are really good. Assertively, go and do it for the fans. Oh, brilliant. Del Pianco just hated that. Absolutely hated that. But we go into extra time. I'm actually not that fussed if we lose this game. If we win it, great. If we lose it, doesn't really matter. We've won the FA Cup before. It's not going to help us with Europe because we're already in the Champions League. So, yeah, it's a very strange episode, this one. Alabe into Revy. Revy up to Chalk. Chalk to Taylor. Taylor loads of space for Teko. Teko picks up the ball. Chalk square. Chalk shoots. It's blocked. Taylor gets on the end of it. Hits the post. The beam has been hit twice, apparently. I didn't see the other one. But, yeah, 102 minutes gone. They're still playing very attacking, so we're going to stay with the 3 at the back. It should give us the numbers to cover, basically, the 4 men they leave up front. As Rihel is robbed. Del Bianco comes forward with it. Back to Teko. Teko over to Revy. Taylor picks it up, then gives it to Revy. Over to Diego. Pablo Diego on the left. Gets into the box. Diego shoots. Carrizo with a good save. And we're ticking down towards half-time and extra time. Pablo Diego, corner, in it goes. Alabe with the header, Garrizzo, easy save. But, yeah, it's an interesting one. There isn't... I will do a review at the end of the season off the camera where I can just have a quick look at stats to see who I think we can improve on. But there isn't really too much to do. Do we get a 4th sub in extra time? Because Revy is absolutely dying on his arse. So is Alabe. No, we don't. We don't get any more subs in this because I think this is the database that has an error with the FA Cup. So I don't think the winners of the FA Cup actually go into Europe either in this one, which is a bit strange. But that doesn't bother us, as I said. But Morale on the ball for Man United. Goes long, read by Teko. Teko goes around Brownhill. Teko's still going. Robbed by Brownhill. Royhill picks it up. Goal scorer is tackled by Del Bianco. Alabi keeps it in play, but Royhill gets there first. Spooner gets around his man. Spooner's in. Good block on the shot. Real squares it. Medina blocked. Del Bianco gets it away. And I think we're just suffering from a bit of tiredness now. 114 minutes gone. Reynolds into Fernandez. Good ball out to Pablo Diego. Pablo Diego comes down on the left-hand side. Still going Diego. Robbed by Medina. There's Maru is there. Marley picks it up. Goes long, but poor. Del Bianco picks it up. Taylor into Chalk for the hat-trick. He's fouled, surely. It is a penalty. And it's going to be Charlie Chalk to take it to get that hat-trick. Marley could be sent off here. Is it going to be a second yellow? It is a second yellow. Off he goes. They change to a 4-3-2. And Charlie Chalk, left-footed, sticks it in the bottom corner. Gives us a 3-2 lead with 5 minutes to go in the FA Cup final, which is really good. It was a very good move. Charlie Chalk probably would have scored from that position anyway. I would like to have think, even if he wasn't on a booking, it would have been a straight red for Marley. But Brownhill over the free kick, and it goes. Alabi heads it away. Medina is there. Back to Brownhill. He's hit the beam, and Ramos jumps on the edge of the box. Jumps on the edge of the box, jumps on the ball. But there we go. We win the FA Cup. It's not a completely disappointing end to the season. I think that, in theory, gives us a quadruple. Really special. Nobody gave us a chance, even though we've won the Premier League. I don't know why the bookies wouldn't make us favourites. But 3-2. We lift, quadruple. There you go. We've won the FA Cup, Premier League, Super Cup, and FA Community Shield as well. So, very, very nice indeed. Folkestone get 3.57 million. Scaloni made the right call. got a press conference. Medals for all the FA Cup winners. Delighted with the left foot. Harris. Oh, Jaden Harris. What a hero. He's simply outstanding. Folkestone manager, please board. Chalk, top of the pops with a hat-trick. Lovely stuff. Didn't get top goal scorer in the league, though. Oh, here you go. Look who could be coming back. Ridvan Osmani. We've had a bid accepted of £83 million. We sold him for 105 and he's had a decent season. But I thought I'd put in a bid and they negotiated it. I got them down to 83 million. So Osmani, the Italian, could be coming back to England. Could be very, very exciting. I was always a bit gutted to let him go. They paid his release fee. And he is incredible. He's only 23. He was phenomenal for us just before we sold him. And I think to get him in and then that left-hand side would be him and Pablo Diego rotating. I think it would be incredible. But I'll do that later on. Bonuses paid out. We paid £45,500 and we got awarded nearly 3.5 million, just over 3.5 million. But there we go. Folkestone Invicta win it. The runners-up were Man United, overachievers Oxford, underachievers Liverpool, and the best match was a 2-2 draw. Not the final that went to extra time and had a red card and a penalty, and the woodwork was hit twice. No, it was a 2-2 draw. Nottingham Forest b Everton. Unbelievable. But let me know in the comments below what you think we should do with this squad. Is there a place you think we can improve? Maybe goalkeeper. Ramos has been here for a while. He is still good, a world-class keeper, but you can get better than him. Let me know down below what you think of the players, where we should improve. The under-23s are coming along. We'll have an update at some point as well, hopefully, if I remember to do it in the next video, about where the Patreons have got to, because a lot of them have moved on and gone to different clubs now. So Joe Page, Fuzzy, Ken Wynn and Ross and Scott Beattie are still here, but a number of you have already moved on. Ken Wynn is just perpetually out on loan. I'm really hoping he'll come back and improve. He's worth 10.5 million. He's probably good enough to be a backup centre-back for us now. He's had good seasons in the Bundesliga and Liga 1. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe he'll get a run out. Maybe he'll be sold. Who knows? But thank you so much for watching, everybody. We've won the FA Cup, which is a good way to end the season. And we come back, we'll be stronger, we'll be fitter, we'll be better, and we'll be attacking that Champions League with everything we've got. Thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.